Hello everyone! On this opportunity, I would like to present my analysis entitled Performance Analytics 2020 until 2023 at Kimia Farma. This project is part of a project-based internship in Big Data Analytics at Kimia Farma. Before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Alia Nur Afifa. Now, let's move on to the next slides. There are outlined in this project. There is author's profile, courses and certifications, about Kimia Farma, project portfolio, analytics table, BigQuery syntax, dashboard performance analytics, and also action insight. On the next slide, we have author's profile. My name is Alia Nur Afifa, a graduate of the Information System program, an active learner with an interest in data analysis and data visualization using BI tools. Currently, strengthening skills in the Big Data Analytics project-based internship program. Previously, worked on a project to predict churn for a company. You can contact me using the details below and view the syntax used in this project on my GitHub page. On the next slide, we have courses and certification. These courses and certification I gained years before. On the next slide, we have description of Kimia Farma. Kimia Farma is a leading state-owned pharmaceutical company in Indonesia that operates as an integrated healthcare company, covering production, distribution, retail such as pharmacies, clinics, and laboratories, and marketing of medicines and other health products. Founded in 1817 by the Dutch East Indies government, the company has grown into a public company with extensive experience in the pharmaceutical industry and contributes to the health of the Indonesian people. Some of Kimia Farma's services include pharmaceutical manufacturing, distribution and sales, retail and healthcare services, and also research and development. On the next slide, we have project portfolio. This final project is titled Performance Analytics and contains an analysis of Kimia Farma's business performance from 2020 to 2023. This project uses analysis tables that are the result of aggregating 4 other tables that serve as data sources. The source data tables contain transactions, inventory, branch office conditions, and products available at Kimia Farma. The analysis table is then used to display relevant data that has been pre-processed by removing missing and duplicate data. Data pre-processing and data processing is done using by BigQuery, while data visualization is done using Looker Studio. This simplifies the project because the tools used can be directly connected. The visualization results on the project dashboard include analysis results such as total revenue, revenue comparisons, total transactions by provincial branch, and a geomap of Indonesia illustration of the total profit for each province. On the next slide, we have the step of importing dataset to BigQuery. Start with create the project in BigQuery by importing the dataset into it. The new dataset has been created with Kimia Farma as the name. Then import the 4 data sources named KF Final Transaction, KF Inventory, KF Kantor Cabang, and KF Product. On the next slide, we have the step of analysis table. The first table that will be used to create the analysis table is KF Final Transaction. This table contains details about transactions at all branches. The columns in this table are transaction ID, which contains the transaction ID code, product ID, which is the medicine product code, branch ID, which is the Kimia Farma branch ID code, customer name, which is the name of the customer who made the transaction, date, which is the transaction date, price, which is the price of the medicine, discount percentage, which is the discount percentage given on the medicine, and rating, which is the customer's rating of the transaction. The next table that will be used to create the analysis table is KF inventory. This table contains details from the inventory of each branches for stock of the medicine. The columns in this table are inventory ID, which contains the inventory ID code, product ID, which is the medicine product code, branch ID, which is the Kimia Farma branch ID code, product name, which is the name of the medicine, and op-name stock, which contains quantity of medicine stock. And the next table that will be used to create the analysis table is KF Kantor Cabang. This table contains detail from the inventory of each branches, including city of the branch, province, and rating of the branch. The columns in this table are branch ID, which is the Kimia Farma branch ID code, product name, which is the name of the medicine, product category, which is the category of the medicine, and price, which is the price of the medicine. And the last table that will be used to create the analysis table is KF product. This table contains the details from the product. The columns in this table are product ID, which is the medicine product code, product name, which is the name of the medicine, product category, which is the category of the medicine, and price, which is the price of the medicine. On the next slide, we have the BigQuery syntax. At first, we have to create the analytics table for aggregation table using queries. Name it with Analisa, Kimia, Farma, Rakamin. Start to write the queries in there. Select all the listed columns that will be used for the analysis and rename it with the name that requirements need using the alias function. Use the cast function to convert the data type date to string, and convert ID in product ID, branch ID, and transaction ID from num to string. Query for the gross profit percentage using control flow expression, logical operators, and comparison operators to meet the project requirements. And write a query for the price after discount and profit after discount. Set the column names to net sales and net profit. Also use the rating column as the rating column for the transaction. Use the dataset source by writing the dataset ID and project ID. Use the left chain function and alias when writing the dataset to simplify query writing. On the next slide, we have Dashboard Performance Analytics. On the dashboard, there's a drop-down list filter to list filter based on which provinces will be displayed on the page. Then there is the amount of profit and sales, as well as the total transactions and average rating of the branch. It is known that the total profit is 98.5 million. Then the total sales are 347 million. Then the number of transactions carried out is 672,500 times. Then the average rating of all branches is 4.4. This indicates that Kimia Farma has made a considerable profit from the sales of its products. The ratings from all branches also indicate that customers are quite satisfied with the service at each branch. Based on the bar chart from the year to year, it is evident that Kimia Farma's revenue and profit tend to be stable and do not significantly fluctuate. For the next step, it is expected that sales strategies can be utilized to increase revenue and profit. The top 10 provinces with the highest transaction can also be identified from this dashboard. These provinces are West Java, North Sumatra, Central Java, East Java, North Sulawesi, West Sumatra, Aceh, NTB, East Kalimantan, and Riau. Similarly, the top 10 provinces in terms of sales volume are West Java, North Sumatra, Central Java, East Java, North Sulawesi, West Sumatra, Aceh, NTB, East Kalimantan, and Riau. Next are the 5 branches with the highest branch ratings and lowest transaction ratings. These branches can be used as material for future evaluation to improve transaction service quality. The next diagram is Indonesia's geomap, which shows the total profit per province. This diagram uses the dimensions of province and profit amount as metrics. The darker the color of the area, the higher the profit amount. Next is a diagram with data sourced from snapshot data. Snapshot data is frozen data that it doesn't change when updates occur. This data is often used for documentation purposes. On the dashboard, snapshot data is used to find the total profit per province in 2022. And on the next slide, we have insight action. For the insight, first, annual sales and profit performance. There has been no significant increase despite high sales volumes. It is possible that operating costs have increased in line with sales. Transactions per province. The largest contribution to national sales is still heavily concentrated in West Java, resulting in a high risk of regional dependence. There is significant opportunity for expansion in marketing and distribution to achieve a more even market share. 3. Total sales and profit overall. Profit margins have stagnated at around 28%. Although sales are stable, profits have not increased. This may be due to operational costs, large discounts, or low margins on certain products. 4. Highly rated branch performance. The top 5 branches have a branch ratings of 5 or maximum, but their transaction ratings are only 3.90 until 4.6. Thus, branches generally have good service standards, high ratings, but the customer transaction experience can still be improved. In the next slide, we have strategic recommendations. First, maintain dominance in West Java by focusing on customer retention, service innovation, and maintaining stock availability. 2. Strengthen the intermediate region, such as North Sumatra, Central Java, and East Java. There is significant potential if given more exposure, especially in marketing and distribution campaigns. 3. Expansion and efficiency outside Java. Small profits do not mean no potential. Possible causes could be high distribution costs, low purchasing power, or low brand awareness. Strategies could include digitalization or special promotions. And 4. Improve service quality. Analyze customer feedback from branches with transaction ratings below 4. Implement human resource training programs and consistent service standards across all branches. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention.